this could have happened last year without the injury, or was some of it? I mean, it seemed like you were on that path in some ways.
Yeah, I mean, I truly believe that last year, I was on a really good path, but at the same time, I don't feel like I would have achieved quite as much last year. I feel like going through the injury has blessed me with a lot of lessons and a lot of ways to look at the game, and for that I'll always be thankful for that injury, even though you don't hear a lot of guys say that. But like, I am really thankful it happened because it taught me how to view the game from a different perspective, not just as a player, but how the coaches see it and how a pro sees the game, how they study the game, how they study the defense, and not just look at yourself on film, but look at others, like how they play the defense, where your open teammates at. And I feel like I wouldn't have achieved that unless, I mean, things could have been different. We'll never know. But like, I feel like everything that's happened up until now has been, because of that injury, and I'm thankful for it, and all the hard work that, I dedicated to doing after that all happened, after the season. It obviously wasn't the season that I wanted, and I, made a promise to myself, like, hey, I'm going to be back exactly where I was with all, with everyone getting excited and how I'm playing, but I'm going to be even better than that. And I truly believe that I achieved that, and now we have a season to get to, and I'm just so excited for that. Thank you for the support, man. Thank you.
Jaxon, how much different does this year feel for you guys as a team? As you lose AJ and Tyson and Leak and all that, all the scoring and experience, and now it seems like everybody's got a new role. Does it feel like just like a fresh start and just a new team overall?
Yes and no, because yes, it does kind of feel like a new batch of guys, like it's kind of a new era a little bit, with so many new guys coming in, especially, being a freshman, with, Joey Hauser, Malik Hall, AJ Tyson, all those guys, and now that they're all gone, you have all these newcomers. So it does feel like you changed eras a little bit. And, I miss all those guys every day. But, it really provides you opportunity for some of those younger guys like Trey and Carson, that kind of grew up with us, and especially like Booker and, Fears and, Cohen and all these other guys, it just kind of provides new opportunity. And I feel like that is what's different, is like we have kind of a new look. And while we have a new look, we also want to take advantage of that. Whatever was said about Michigan State in the last couple of years, we want to change that narrative. We want to be a gritty team. We want to be a physical team, aggressive team, and we want to be, that team that everybody fears. In a way, we want to beat every team as much as we can, but we also want to play our game. We want to play our game, and we want to execute things, almost perfectly. But then again, like I said, we want to change the narrative.
Thanks, Carson. Appreciate it.
Oh, Carson. Jaxon. Sorry, I'm bouncing around from table to table.
All good. All good.
I appreciate it.
All good.
Hey, Jaxon. Coach said earlier that he feels like you're kind of like a man on a mission. You have been this summer, as soon as practice started. What do you think you're doing that made him say that? Like, what does that look like on a day-to-day basis for you? And obviously, I'm sure, coming off the injury, that has a lot to do with it. But is there any extra motivation behind just the way that you work this summer?
Yeah. I mean, man on a mission, I think is a really good way to put it. I mean, even before the injury, if there was something that I worked towards, I'm not gonna rest my mind until I accomplish that thing. And I kind of had that same mentality going into my sophomore year, and then when the injury happened, it kind of derailed things, but the mission never left. The body had to take a rest for a while, but the mind never did. The mind never took a rest from that mission. And once I was healthy enough, mid-season, I realized it wasn't going to be the season that I wanted, but you have to make the most of it. And so, going through that season as best I could, I knew that, okay, when the season ends, that's kind of your start over. And, the mission stayed the same, but the workouts were going to be different. The determination was going to be different. The work ethic was going to be different. And, the mindset especially was going to be different. And so, I took advantage over that over the summer. And, ever since coming back, June 1st, I was definitely a man on a mission. And that mission is to be, the hardest working, the grittiest, do the tough plays, the tough guy kind of, energy. But also bring energy to all my teammates. And, our game on Sunday was just so awesome to be a part of and, to kind of finally test, all that stuff. But it was really good to experience that, and, the mission will never change.